On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 pipers piping, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, a dreidel I shall play. Oh, dreidel.
12 days of Christmas.
What?
Yeah, Christmas.
8 days of Hanukkah.
Oh.
It's a Christmas medley.
Hey guys, so this is me catching up on all my videos. So, this is a late one. This is for week 33, changing the rules. I mentioned this in one of my other videos, but I'm on the transgender task force at school. Just recently offered my help to the kind of faculty at the LGBT Resource Center at school. And what happens is with that, I'm kind of giving a face to the community because they don't have any students on the task force, which is beyond me. But in terms of legislation, I guess I'll get to legislation in a broader sense first. Let's see. Well, as you know, ENDA went through, hate crimes legislation went through, and, you know, there's a lot of things going in the right direction, sort of in momentum. What I would love to see change is don't ask, don't tell. I would be thrilled to see that, you know, rid of. But yeah, we really need protection in the workplace and protection just as for our everyday lives. And, you know, those kind of things are what affect us. But being a college student in an American public university, kind of my legislation that affects me every day is a little closer to home. So, like I said, I'm on the transgender task force recently, on the transgender task force, and so different things we're trying to do is, you know, preferred name on the role that teachers get at the beginning of the semester for classes, like adding a preferred name column. And we use an online database and like an online website for students to handle like class registration, their finances and bills, and sort of different ways of maneuvering with paperwork in the university. However, there's a lot of loops and all that kind of stuff to jump through. Currently we're working on like preferred name, getting that on the kind of rosters that come out, but there are a lot of legal implications of not having someone's birth name on the registrar. So we're just trying to iron those things out. We're trying to cement a policy of gender-neutral bathrooms in every building, changing signage on all single-occupancy bathrooms. We're trying to put together a list of all the gender-neutral bathrooms on campus, and kind of have that as a list or map that we can, you know, have copies of at the Resource Center. Other things, really there's no big projects like over the break. We just have these sort of long-term goals that we have. But, you know, changing the rules and being an activist sort of prevent this strange double standard for a trans person. Like, we try so hard to pass and just be viewed as our chosen gender, and if you're in a space where it's LGBT, and say no one knows you, no one knows of your past, etc. You know, you're pinned as either a lesbian or a gay male. Like, they're the two options. No one really clicks with transgender unless, you know, you're in the really early stages of transition and you don't really have any outward signs of changes. So, you know, we try so hard to be stealth and be seen as who we want to be seen as, but in order for us to be activists and in order for us to give faces to the community, we have to come out, which is something I struggled with personally in choosing to join this task force. You know, because like right now, legally, medically, paperwork-wise, no one at the university besides my teachers really know, like, the higher-up administration really doesn't grasp, like, there's no paperwork trail saying I'm trans. Like, I haven't done an official name change or anything like that. So, like, I guess you could say I'm stealth to the larger university community. But being on this task force means meeting with administration, meeting with kind of legal teams and people who deal with, it's called My Slice. It's the website I was talking about, and dealing with kind of admissions and the people in charge of paperwork and design of paperwork. Like, you have to come out in order to give a face to a community. And I think, you know, a lot of people struggle with that. I mean, myself included. It was one of my struggles. You know, I completely understand and completely honor the fact that people don't want to come out and don't want to put themselves out there in that kind of way, and don't want to have to live as someone with this label as trans, kind of before people meet them. And, you know, I'm not going to say it's everyone's responsibility to be an activist. I'm not going to say that, because I don't think it is. I think it's, you know, it's your choice. If you want to see change, then you do it. If you're fine with how it is, then, you know, that's on you. But I think in terms of changing the rules, bathrooms and preferred name and the check either or box, especially in terms of medical things, I would say is the three largest problems across the board, after, you know, ending discrimination based on gender and gender identity.